welcome back. Or welcome for the first time. Awkward. Awkward. Have I made you uncomfortable yet? No? I'm not doing my job, am I? Okay. I'm not really that unhappy of a person, I promise. So, today I'm going to be talking about Angel Catbird. I feel so fancy. Angel Catbird. Okay, so the people you need to know when knowing this book is Margaret Atwood, Joni Christmas. That is awesome that your last name is Christmas. And Tamra Bonvillain. And, like, really? Your last name is Bonvillain? Yeah, no, I don't think I'm saying that wrong. It literally looks like Bonvillain, so I'm gonna go with that, okay? So the story was written by Margaret Atwood, and the illustration was done by Johnny Christmas. I say Johnny? Yeah, no, that's Johnny. Johnny Christmas. And colors was done by Tamra Bonvillain. Bonvillain. Christmas and Bonvillain. Okay, sorry. This book is about, it's kind of one of your standard basic superhero kind of books. In the sense that you have a catbird-like man that has wings, hence why they call him Angel Catbird. He's half bird, half cat, and, you know, he becomes half bird, half cat in the standard way that superheroes become superheroes, you know? Peter Parker was bitten by a spider. Hulk was built chemicals on himself. Very much like Hulk. So you have the main character, whose name I've already forgotten. I almost feel like I should go through it to look for it. Yeah. You have the main character. First off, let's talk about this. You have an introduction by Margaret Atwood, okay? And it goes on. And on. Miss Atwood, I like this book, and I'll explain why I like this book. But seriously, dude, it's a comic book. I understand, like, a 1-page introduction, but, like, 4.5 page, almost 5 pages introduction, little much. Okay? Okay, so where does he introduce himself? Oh, yeah. His name is Strig Philidus. I think it is Strig Philidus. Because it's F-E-L-E-E-D-U-S. Philidus. Philidus. Yeah, you know, Philidus. So you have the main character, Strig, I hope I'm saying this right, Strig Philidus, who spills chemicals on himself, and not just spills them on himself, but he also spills them on his cat and this bird that the bird that was trying to apparently kill his cat or something. Either the cat was trying to kill the bird or the bird was trying to kill the cat, and so then, thus, he spills it on the bird, the cat, and himself, thus him becoming Catbird. Yeah, he becomes Catbird, just like the Hulk becomes the Hulk. So, I like the artwork in this. The artwork in it is very standard superhero type style. I don't know what I mean when I say very typical superhero type style, but actually, yes, I do know what I mean. If I was going to pick up an Avengers comic, or like a Superman comic, or a Thor, Iron Man, none of the DC comics, because God knows I don't really read DC, even though I like their stories, I just don't read DC. Like, the artwork is what I would consider your standard superhero kind of artwork. There's nothing very unique about it to me. I'm not saying that it wasn't well done. I'm just saying that it's not very distinguishable compared to others. For example, Legends of Zeta the Space Girl. This is very distinguishable artwork, okay? Iron West, which I'm going to do a review of soon. Very distinguishable artwork. Oh, wait, let me give you something. See? Very distinguishable artwork. This is what I would consider your basic superhero artwork. But it was, you know, it's good. Basic superhero artwork is very good, okay? Please don't say I'm saying it's bad. Now, I did enjoy it, but I didn't like some things about this. So, to me, one, he becomes a superhero way too fast. Or, I shouldn't say superhero, because he's not, like, it doesn't feel like he's forced to be a superhero like Spider-Man is. You know, like, Spider-Man feels the need to be a superhero. I don't think Angel Catbird feels the need to be a superhero. But one, I think he becomes Catbird too fast. Like, it's almost immediate. Two, he doesn't struggle with it. And this is the only reason... Okay, so, like, I would judge this book and say that it's appropriate for, like, a 12-year-old, 10-year-old if you're really liberal, or if you're really, like, okay with your children reading a book for, you know, like this. But I feel like there's no internal struggle, okay? So, Hulk is one of my favorite superheroes. Why? Because Bruce Banner struggles with being the Hulk. Like, he doesn't want to be the Hulk. He doesn't want to be a superhero. You know, he never wanted this, okay? So he struggles with it all the time. And you'll see Peter Parker struggle sometimes with being Spider-Man, okay? You know, in Smallville, the entire fucking 10-season series, okay? Can you believe the dude who plays Superman on Smallville, like, he was 28 when he started. And he was, like, 38 when it ended, and only, like, 5 years was supposed to have passed. Makes no sense. But that's what I get for not watching it. So, like, even some of the episodes that I've seen Clark Kent struggle with being Superman, okay? Angel Catbird becomes Angel Catbird, like, poof, okay? And he's, like, super fine with it. Like, he doesn't even question, like... Okay, so he goes through the whole, why am I understanding this cat? Why is this cat talking to me? And then he goes through the whole, why am I understanding this bird? Why is this bird talking to me? Am I okay? Is something wrong with me? But then you have a coworker who goes, hey, you're a half bird man, half bird cat man. You know, I'm a half cat lady. So you're not alone, half cat bird man. And it's like, oh, when he was explained on what he is now, it was just like he was perfectly okay with it. He was just like fine and dandy. Bird cat man now. That's my problem. That's my biggest problem. Is he goes through no real struggle with becoming Bird Catman. Now, of course, this is only after reading Volume 1. In Volume 2, who knows? Volume 3, who knows? Maybe he will go through a struggle. Maybe it'll be like a late set period of struggle where he's like been the Catman for a while. Or not Catman. Catbird for a while. And then it'll be like, oh shit. I'm fucking Catbird. Angel Catbird man. Okay. So maybe that'll come later. But overall, I would give this book like a solid B because it was enjoyable, you know? Even though it didn't give me the depth that I wanted, I think it was aimed more for a not adult audience, yet it does bring up some questions. Because there's like 2 or 3 boxes in there where the Catman's like, she's a good looking lady there, you know? I'm like, I don't think you should really, like, have that in there. But, you know, if I had children, I'd be perfectly fine with my 11-year-old reading this. Okay. So, yeah. I'd say it's age appropriate for 11-year-olds, and I give it a solid B. You know, solid 85%. I would love to know what you all thought about this comic book. Whether you would be like, you know, did you deal with the fact that there was no struggle in this whatsoever? Or did y'all just be like, hey, maybe it was in the introduction that I totally skipped because it was 5 pages long as to why there's no struggle in it or whatever. I did read some of it. I skimmed over it a little bit. So, Margaret Atwood, she goes through how she got the idea of Angel Catbird and how she was not allowed to have cats, kind of thing. So, yeah. Oh, I have to show you all something. Aside from the fact there's a whole back where you get to see, like, the progression of the drawings, I absolutely love those. Like, I love it when a comic book shows you these early drawings. Okay. So, it gives you cat facts. Okay? So, wait. Like a one that's not so prominently, you know, tied to the story. Okay. See, at the very low, they give you some cat facts, which I was like, oh, that's cute, that's adorable. So, for example, this one says, dead or alive. Shelter statistics from the US, Canada, and the UK, 30% of lost dogs are returned to their owners, but only 5% of cats are. Okay, first off, if you have a cat and you don't want to find your cat, you do not deserve that cat, okay? Me, if my cats ran away, I'd be freaking the fuck out. Yes, you heard me, Maple. And you just sit over there sleeping and just like, Okay. But only 5% of cats are. Sadly, many of these lost cats are probably dead, having been hit by a car or mauled by an animal. Identifying your cats with a microchip or a tattoo increases their chances of being returned home. First off, I've never heard of tattooing a cat, but fun idea. We could have matching. And then I love how it gives you a website. There's literally a website called www.catsandbirds.ca/about. And there's another one that gives you a much more detailed. So, like, cats aren't so streetwise. Cats are the leading cause of sudden cat deaths. More so for young cats. In one study, 87% of trauma-related deaths are caused by cars. In the UK, an estimated 230,000 cats are hit each year. In the US, it's high as 5.4 million. Do we have too many cars on the road? I think so. In Canada, it's about 200,000. Cats die from car accidents every year. And it gives you another website, www.catsandbirds.ca/blog/healthy-alternatives-to-free-roam. Like, that is a very long one. But I like the idea that they're giving you cat facts and they're giving you places to do more research on it. I think that was absolutely adorable and a little extra I did not expect in a comic book about a Catbird man. So, yeah, overall, B. I think it is appropriate for 11-year-olds to read. Maybe even younger if your child is more mature. I would let my nieces read them. You know, they're like 8-ish. Anyways, so I would love to hear your thoughts on Angel Catbird. And, yeah, what you thought about it. So, awkward. This is the part where most people go, hey, follow me on all these social medias. But I don't have all these social medias, so go follow me on Instagram at Susan High Skull. So you can see all the beautiful pictures of my adorable kitty cat, the Maplekins. Actually, no, his name's only Maple. I call him Maplekins or Skittish. Yeah. I mean, since we're talking about cats. Yeah, he's also the Neil Patrick Harris of cats. Like, that's his official title. The Neil Patrick Harris of cats. If you go hashtag the Neil Patrick Harris of cats, you will find him. The Maplekins. Anyways. I hope y'all have a lovely day.